Stefon Diggs left in tears after Cardi B's shocking confession. The world of hip-hop and sports was shaken to its core when Cardi B and NFL star Stefon Diggs' emotional saga took a raw, tear-filled turn. What was supposed to be a private heart-to-heart between the two erupted into a confession that left Stefon visibly broken and the internet spinning with disbelief. A quiet night turns into a storm. Sources close to the couple revealed that Cardi B invited Stefon over for what seemed like a calm dinner in her Los Angeles home. The atmosphere was soft, candles, slow music, a table set for two, yet something about her demeanor hinted that something heavy was coming. Stefon reportedly arrived smiling, ready to talk about future plans, maybe even the wedding that fans had been speculating about for weeks. But Cardi B's eyes told a different story. She looked distant, uneasy, as if carrying a burden that had been eating her alive for days. Cardi B opens up, the confession that broke the silence. After a long pause, Cardi B allegedly took a deep breath and said words that froze Stefon in place. "I need to be real with you. I've been holding something back, something that's been haunting me." She confessed that while she truly loved Stefon and appreciated his loyalty and calm presence in her chaotic world, there was still a part of her that hadn't fully healed from her past, particularly her complicated history with Offset. She revealed that a recent private encounter, not romantic but emotional, brought back unresolved feelings and guilt. According to insiders, she said, "I realized I never really gave myself a chance to heal before falling for you. And that's not fair to you, Stefon." The words hit like thunder. Stefon's reaction was instant. He stood in stunned silence, eyes filling with tears, unable to process the weight of her honesty. Stefon Diggs' emotional breakdown. Friends of the Buffalo Bills star said Stefon has always prided himself on being composed, even under NFL pressure. But this moment shattered that image. Witnesses claim he walked toward the balcony, face buried in his hands, muttering, "I gave everything, I really did." For months, Stefon had defended Cardi publicly, even when critics doubted their relationship. He'd bought her gifts, traveled with her family, bonded with her children, and stood beside her during every controversy. To hear that her heart might still be tied to a painful past was a blow he never saw coming. Those close to him say he left Cardi's mansion that night quietly, without anger, just heartbreak. Cameras caught him later sitting alone in his car, staring blankly into the night. The clip went viral within hours. Social media erupts. As soon as the story broke, social media turned into a frenzy. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, with hashtags like #PrayForStef, #CardiConfession, and #HeartbreakSeason. One user wrote, "Stefon looked like a man who just lost everything he believed in. That pain is real." Another commented, "Cardi B's honesty is brutal, but she's human. Healing isn't linear." Meanwhile, others criticized her timing, accusing her of breaking Stefon's heart just as their relationship seemed to be stabilizing. Why now, many asked. Inside Cardi B's mind, a woman torn between healing and love. According to Cardi's camp, she didn't make the confession to hurt Stefon. She reportedly wanted transparency before things went any further. Cardi didn't want to fake it, said a close friend. She loved Stefon, but she needed to confront her truth before walking into something serious. In private, sources say Cardi B cried just as hard after Stefon left. She told her best friend that watching him cry broke her in ways she never expected. "He didn't deserve that. He's been nothing but good to me," she reportedly said through tears. Offset's shadow looms. Part of what made this confession so explosive was its connection to Offset, Cardi B's former husband and the father of her children. Though the two had split, rumors of ongoing communication had lingered. Insiders say Cardi B admitted that Offset recently reached out to apologize for everything he put her through. While the conversation was closure-driven, it reopened emotional wounds. Cardi B's guilt stemmed from not telling Stefon about it right away. When she finally did, it was too late, the damage had been done. Stefon's silence and the emotional fallout. In the days following the confession, Stefan remained silent on social media. No posts, no stories, no likes. Just silence. However, a cryptic tweet from his burner account, quickly deleted, read: "Sometimes love ain't enough. Sometimes it's timing that ruins it all." Fans flooded the comments, begging him to stay strong. Teammates reportedly checked in on him, describing him as distracted but trying to stay focused during practice. Cardi B's public reaction. A few days later, Cardi B broke her silence in an Instagram Live. Her tone was soft, far from her usual fiery energy. "I never wanted to hurt nobody," she said. "But I had to be honest. I couldn't keep living in confusion. Sometimes, being real costs you the person you love." Her voice trembled as she spoke about Stefan, calling him one of the realest men she's ever met. "He didn't deserve tears, but he deserved the truth," she said before ending the live abruptly, visibly emotional. Fans left divided. The internet remained split. Some commend Cardi B for choosing honesty over illusion, while others argue that timing and communication could have saved everything. TikTok users began posting mashups of Stefan's emotional moments on the field with sad edits of Cardi's confession live, millions of views in hours. Will there be a second chance? Despite the heartbreak, insiders claim there's still love between them. Friends say Stefan hasn't closed the door completely, though he's taking time to heal. Cardi B, meanwhile, has reportedly been writing new music inspired by the experience, raw, real, and emotional, according to her producers. Some fans believe her next single might address the confession directly, with one leaked lyric allegedly saying, "I told the truth and lost my peace/love don't heal what pain repeats." If that's true, Cardi B might be turning her heartbreak into one of the most powerful eras of her career. Final thoughts. What happened between Cardi B and Stefan Diggs is more than celebrity gossip, it's a real story about love, honesty, and emotional healing. Both are public figures living under immense scrutiny, but behind the cameras are two human beings trying to navigate complex feelings. Stefan's tears may mark the end of one chapter, but perhaps, just maybe, it's the start of their most authentic journey yet, whether together or apart. Stefan Diggs left in tears after Cardi B's shocking confession. The entertainment world is once again shaken to its core as Stefan Diggs and Cardi B's roller coaster love story takes yet another shocking turn. What was supposed to be a quiet night turned into an emotional meltdown that left Stefan Diggs in tears, after Cardi B revealed a confession that nobody, not even her closest friends, saw coming. The emotional night that changed everything. It all started during what seemed to be a peaceful evening between the two. Cardi B, who had been acting distant for days, finally asked Stefan Diggs to meet her privately, away from the cameras, the social media noise, and even her team. According to sources close to the couple, Diggs arrived with a smile, thinking it was going to be a simple heart-to-heart conversation to clear the air. But instead, he was met with a confession that shattered his composure completely. As Cardi began to speak, her voice trembled. She told Diggs there was something she had been hiding, something that had been eating her up inside. She couldn't hold it any longer, and before she even finished, tears streamed down both of their faces. Cardi's heartbreaking confession. According to insiders, Cardi confessed that she still felt emotionally scarred from her past relationship and that no matter how hard she tried to move forward, parts of her heart were still trapped in memories she couldn't erase. She told Diggs that despite his love and devotion, she felt she hadn't fully healed, and she didn't want to keep pretending everything was perfect. "I don't want to hurt you, Stef. You've been nothing but good to me," she reportedly said through tears. "But I can't lie to you or myself anymore. I need to find myself again before I can truly give you everything." Those words reportedly broke Diggs. Witnesses say the NFL star sat in silence, his eyes red and watery, trying to process what he had just heard. He grabbed Cardi's hand and told her, "You are my peace. You're my everything. Why now?" But Cardi, sobbing uncontrollably, simply replied, "Because I can't keep pretending, baby. I owe you the truth. Stefon Diggs' raw reaction. For Stefon Diggs, who had recently opened up publicly about how much Cardi meant to him, this confession came like a thunderbolt. The Buffalo Bills wide receiver had been vocal about how Cardi brought balance to his life, calling her his safe space in multiple interviews and social media posts. Friends close to Diggs say he broke down completely after the confession. He reportedly stayed up all night alone in his mansion, replaying voice notes, scrolling through photos, and listening to the songs Cardi had dedicated to him. "He's never cried like that before," said one insider. "It was like watching a strong man crumble right in front of you." Fans' emotional reactions. When snippets of the story hit social media, fans were quick to react. Many were heartbroken to see their favorite couple on the verge of breaking apart after months of public affection, lavish gifts, and emotional declarations of love. "Stefon really loved her. You can tell by his eyes, man. That was real," one fan tweeted. "Cardi's just scared to love again. I hope she realizes what they had before it's too late," another wrote. Cardi's fanbase, the Bardagang, was split. Some supported her decision to be honest, praising her maturity and emotional courage. Others felt she should have fought harder for the relationship, given how deeply Stefon had stood by her through public controversies and private battles. Offset's unexpected reaction. Just when things couldn't get more complicated, Cardi's ex, Offset, posted a cryptic message on social media that sent the internet spiraling. "Sometimes the past ain't done with you yet," he wrote on X, formerly Twitter, accompanied by a broken heart emoji. Fans immediately speculated that he was referencing Cardi's emotional confession, with many accusing him of trying to stir up drama while others believed he still cared for her deeply. Regardless, his message added more fuel to an already blazing emotional fire. The aftermath: silence and distance. Since that night, both Cardi and Diggs have gone quiet on social media. No joint appearances. No affectionate comments. No public statements. Stefon reportedly took some time away from training, focusing on his mental and emotional health. Meanwhile, Cardi has been seen in the studio, channeling her pain into music. Sources say she's working on a track that will tell her truth, describing it as one of the most emotional pieces she's ever recorded. "She's not doing this for the clout," said a close friend. "She's doing this for closure." Will they reconcile? Despite the heartbreak, insiders say all hope isn't lost. Friends close to the couple revealed that Diggs still loves Cardi deeply and believes this might just be a phase of emotional healing. He's reportedly told friends, "I'll wait for her, no matter how long it takes. She's worth it." As for Cardi, sources claim she's torn. She's trying to heal, but she's also struggling to let go of someone who loved her so fiercely. She still talks about him, one source admitted. She still watches his highlights, still keeps his hoodie close by. Fans beg for a happy ending. Social media is now flooded with hashtags like #BringBackCardiandStef and #LoveWins. Thousands of fans are posting throwback clips of the couple's sweetest moments, laughing together backstage, dancing at private parties, and surprising each other with lavish gifts. It's clear that this relationship touched millions of hearts, not just theirs. And now, fans everywhere are hoping that this tear-filled chapter isn't the end, but rather, a painful pause before a powerful reunion. Conclusion. In the end, what happened between Stefon Diggs and Cardi B reminds the world that love, no matter how glamorous it looks from the outside, is still fragile, raw, and deeply human. Both of them stood vulnerable before each other, and even in tears, they showed what real love looks like when stripped of fame and filters. Whether they find their way back to each other or continue on separate paths, one thing is certain: this confession changed everything. And for Stefon Diggs, the man left in tears, it will be a night he will never forget.